Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you at the Open Web Seminar about the multi-touch capabilities in digital signage. I'm Aruna Ederzeel, and I have sent you the invitation and several reminders for today. I apologize if I spam you too much, but I'm happy that you are here. Well, as mentioned in the invitation, in the first part of the web seminar, Vincent van der Meer will walk you through the features and benefits of the eTAL, the open multi-touch all-in-one display range. And at the second part of the web seminar, Brian Collins from Nuitech will talk about using the Snowflake multi-touch software platform in combination with the Open eTAL. And Nuitech is one of the software partners of the eTAL of AOPEN, of course. Well, before we start, I want to mention that you can use the chat functionality during the web seminar for questions. We will answer them when both Vincent and Brian are finished. Well, now Vincent van der Meer will start his presentation. Good luck, Vincent.
Thank you, Aruna. As Aruna said, welcome to this webinar. As Aruna also said, my name is Vincent van der Meer. I'm 43 years old, or young, no matter how you look at it. I'm married and also the platform manager for AOPEN Europe. And in this function I'm responsible for creating and maintaining solution at which we combine software and our hardware. One of these hardware is of course the eTAL. Today we're going to discuss the eTAL product line, after which we'll go deeper into the specifications. After that we will show some special design features of the eTAL, show you how the actual power consumption is and give you some idea on where and how the eTAL can be used. So first, what is an eTAL? Well, I suppose you also could call it an all-in-one or even tablet in a way, but as it is a bit bigger and heavier than a tablet, and e-brick just doesn't do it justice, I think eTAL is very appropriate. eTAL is actually a whole series of very slim but still very robust multi-touch screen in 3 different sizes with built-in computing system. So to start, there are 3 sizes, a 15, a 19 and a 22 inch. Each of them has the same look and feel, which is basically also following the digital engine design guides, which we put as many technology in the same form factor. It's consistent throughout the entire product line. Some general features of the eTAL, which are basically all the same no matter which eTAL you choose. Easy installation, so there's no need for special mountings. We also include VISA wall mount, and of course the backside of the eTAL is VISA 75 compliant, so it should be very easy to mount it and install it. Because the eTAL is based on a mobile chipset, has a metal chassis, cable covers and a hidden keypad, it is also robust and tamper resistant, and together with the VISA mount makes this a system with low maintenance and installation costs. Like most robust systems tend to be ugly and are more likely to scare your customers than to attract them, the eTAL looks great and has a curved design and actually looks like a large tablet. So the engagement threshold is low. And because of its very slim design, it won't take up as much space as well. For sure, everybody by now using mobile phones and tablets is used to swiping, pinching and other multi-touch gestures. Thanks to the 10-point projective capacitive touch, the eTAL can handle all of them just like a normal mobile phone or tablet. Besides these 3 sizes, there are also 3 varieties. The standard eTAL, a value version and a mid-range version. Like I said before, they all have the same look and feel and the basic features mentioned before. The mid version is meant for special projects where camera or speakers are not required or wanted. The value version is based on an ARM CPU with Android. We will go through the specific specifications later on. A few other very nice features to note are the support for 12 volt, very handy in projects for transportation, the power USB, which basically means you have 2 amps available per USB port instead of the normal 500 milliamperes, so there's no need for external adapters to power thermal printers and Omni scanners. Well, these are the detailed specs of the normal ETAL. Besides the size and in case of the 19-inch also the resolutions, they have exactly the same motherboard. These all-in-ones are based on the Intel QM77 chipset and runs with the 3rd generation Intel i-Core, namely the i3-3120M. But it's both upgradable and downgradable to a maximum of a Core i7 or a minimum of a Intel B980. By default they come with the capacitive multi-touch screens, and the 19-inch version, which has a resolution of 1366 by 768, has an eLED backlit. 2 Wi-Fi antennas are already built in. All systems have features such as Wake on LAN, Wake on Ring, Wake on RTC. And if you use an i5, you even have AMT for remote control. Now we will go to the specifications of the Android version. The Android again looks and feels exactly the same as its Wintel counterpart. For somebody who doesn't know what Wintel is, it's basically systems based on Intel chipset running Windows. But we replaced the motherboard with one that has an actual ARM CPU. In this case it's AM Logic, which is based on a Cortex A9 with a V7 ARM instruction set. The Android installed does not have the Google App Store, but you are free to install whatever application you feel necessary. By default Android 4.2.2 is installed, but for sure we will continue to update to later Android versions as they come by. I will give you a few minutes to read through the specs. Should you still need to read some more of these specifications, please do not hesitate to ask us. We will send them to you. And then there's also a mid version. The mid version again looks and feels the same as the standard one. It basically is the same one, but it's a bit cost down. It has no speaker, no microphone and no camera, as some applications or scenarios may not need these features. We will now have a close look at some of the features of the outside of the ETAL. As you can see, even the smaller 15-inch follows the same design guides. Okay, granted the backside does not look exactly the same, but the front, which is the most important part, have exactly the same look and feel. And because of the rounded curves, they look exactly like a tablet. All systems use the same mainboard, so from performance point of view they are all the same. The only difference is the size and, in case of the 19-inch, the resolution, which is 1366 by 786. So some features on the front side are of course the 1.3 megapixel webcam, but also very notable the hidden keypad. The front has an IP65 rating and has a true flat screen, which makes hygienic cleaning much easier. Besides that, it looks amazing. On the right hand side of the system you have the power button, which is hidden for the audience for added security. Besides the power button, it also has 2 brightness buttons, and these buttons can be accessed with a special tool which is included with the system. If you happen to lose this tool, then a paperclip will do just as fine as well. Then the back. All connections are on the back of the system, protected by a cover with several punch-out holes to guide wires and cables. On the back we also find 2 speakers and a microphone. Although not shown in this picture, it does have VESA mounting holes, and the system comes with a very thin wall mount bracket. The connectors going from left to right, 2 times RS-232 ports, power plugs supporting 12 up to 19.5 volts, so it's not 12 or but 12 to 19.5 volt. The included adapter provides 120 watts at 19.5 volts. Then we have 2 USB 2 ports which can supply 2 amperes each, and 2 USB 3 ports which can also support 2 amperes each. In order to connect a secondary screen, we also have an HDMI port and an RJ45 network connector to connect it to a network. If you want to connect some speakers or an amplifier, there are also 2 audio ports for audio in and stereo out. Then, not unimportant is of course the power consumption. For those who have 115 volt AC, we also measure that. So besides the right feature set and the cool looks, the e-tile is also green, as it only consumes around 50 watt at full power, including the screen. This is measured without Wacom LAN active. Naturally, if you would connect external devices that take 2 amperes per USB connector, total power consumption will increase, but that has then nothing to do with the e-tile itself. And as you can see, if it's on standby, the power consumption is almost nil. Only at really 100% CPU usage with all graphics enabled, it takes a maximum of around 50 watts, which is really low for a system like this, with this much computing power. Then we'll take you where you can use the e-tile. Well, the e-tile is perfect to be used in a variety of scenarios, like corporate bank, industry, retail and transportation. The e-tile can be built into kiosks or used just as it is. There's no need to hide its good looks, and its slimness makes that it can fit just about anywhere without sticking out. And its robustness assures it can be used without special enclosure to protect it from tampering. To summarize, the e-tile is a great, versatile and good-looking all-in-one system, and together with the multi-touch software suite you have a great infotainment system. The benefits of such a multi-touch suite will now be explained by Brian from NUTEC, the creators of Snowflake.
Well, thank you, Vincent, for your interesting presentation. As Vincent mentioned, Brian will start with the second part of the webinar, and he will talk about the Snowflake software together with the e-tile to create interactive experience. After Brian, his presentation, Vincent and Brian will answer your questions. As I mentioned before, you can use the chat functionality for that. Well, there you go, Brian.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second segment in today's webinar. My name is Brian Collins, and I'm delighted to be here with you today. Thank you to AOPEN for inviting me to present a short introduction to our company, NUTEC, and our software, Snowflake Suite. I have been working with NUTEC for the past 2 years and have 15 years experience in sales and business development roles in varying industries. In my spare time, I cycle incredibly long distances at very high speed, and it's a theme that I will come back to later on in this presentation. This afternoon, I'm going to focus on a brief history of NUTEC and give an introduction to our multi-touch platform, Snowflake Suite, and how this software is helping our partners globally identify and create business opportunities in the area of interactive solutions and interactive digital signage. AOPEN has pioneered digital signage for many years. Its focus is on creating powerful and user-friendly digital signage solutions that are easy to set up and maintain. NUTEC have been pioneering multi-touch software since 2007, and although 8 years perhaps does not sound like a long time, consider that Snowflake has existed longer than the iPhone. As Vincent mentioned earlier, the device that has the whole world swiping, pinching, and zooming. From a multi-touch perspective, we are one of the most experienced multi-touch application developers globally. Last week we released our 50th release of Snowflake, which has been developed primarily on customer feedback and industry feedback. Nuitech also create client-specific bespoke applications on a project basis where clients have a specific application they wish to have created. The eTile and Snowflake are a great example of an interactive solution. Coupled with the applicable content, you have an extremely powerful branded interactive solution. So, who uses Snowflake? Well, our customers can be found in 70 countries worldwide, with Snowflake being used across varying market verticals from corporate boardroom solutions through to interactive kids corners in retail. Solutions can be found in museums, airports, restaurants, and bars. Our customers and partners range from traditional AV suppliers and distributors, system integrators, communication, and marketing agencies. Our partners succeed by being able to develop conversations with their customers that include new advancements in technology, such as interactive digital signage. They can rely on Nuitech's experience to help create solutions, and they demand high-performance software that is above all reliable, flexible, simple, and cost-effective. Over the past number of years, Nuitech has had the honor to work with many hardware companies who have seen the importance of combining hardware and software to allow their customers achieve their visions in the area of interactivity and ultimately increase brand loyalty and revenue for their clients. Hardware can sometimes be the last element to be decided upon in an interactive project. The idea and execution of the idea are often the primary focus at the start of these projects, and it is essential that our partners are well placed to be involved in these early stages. Snowflake allows our partners to get involved early when key decisions are being made by clients and project managers. Irrespective of market vertical, brand managers, facility managers, experience managers are demanding interactive solutions. Touch over the next 3 to 4 years will become the standard. If displays cannot be interacted with, there is a risk that they will be ignored. So what is Snowflake? Snowflake is a set of interactive, multi-user, multi-touch applications. The applications range from media presentation applications through to entertainment, game-based applications. These apps have all been designed to allow the user full control of how they wish to use the applications. The entire suite is fully customizable, allowing users to achieve the correct look and feel of the software dependent on the environment in which the solution is being used. The Snowflake platform is highly developed, has proven itself to be the most stable multi-touch platform, evidenced in our partnerships with the likes of Lenovo, Intel, and now AOPEN. We've spent many months testing Snowflake with the eTile, and the result is a fast-performing, seamless solution that we believe will help partners realize new commercial opportunities. The combination of quality AOPEN hardware and Nuitech software can be used to create solutions offering strong value and low cost of ownership. Cost effectiveness is an important element in the acceptance and development of interactive solutions, and with eTile and Snowflake, there has never been a better product to enter this exciting new era of interactive digital signage with. These are the tools required to engage and excite your customers. Now on to the fun stuff. The software. Snowflake comprises of over 70 interactive applications spread over 3 suites. For the purpose of today, I will focus primarily on our business and to lesser extent our entertainment edition. As a side note, we are currently beta testing Snowflake for Android devices. So now I will go to a live view of Snowflake. So I will start by launching Snowflake. To show you the look and the applications as they appear out of the box. It is important to tell you at this point that as this is a web-based webinar, you will not be getting high frame refresh rates. This will lead to the live demonstration appearing somewhat slow with some lag. So I apologize on behalf of the internet. I am just going to make one change before I start that particular part of the demonstration. My apologies. This is, you're getting a sneak peek at the configurator here. That wasn't the plan. Okay, back to Snowflake. So what you're seeing here is the main Snowflake interface with applications split between different subsections, such as presentation, entertainment, casual, internet, etc. All of the applications shown can be renamed, branded, and fully customized. The subcategories can be changed, the fonts, the colors, the backgrounds. For the purpose of this introduction demonstration, I want to take a closer look at some presentation applications, those applications primarily used in retail and public user environments. Here we have our media application. Capable of showing a vast array of content from JPEGs, PNG images, PDF catalogs, product brochures, and video files. The content is loaded into the applicable application file, which I will demonstrate later on, and content can then be dragged into the viewer and interacted with by multiple users simultaneously. As being demonstrated. The PDF application, as the name suggests, is a purpose-built interactive PDF viewer used at events, trade shows, and in-store environments where PDF content is to be viewed by the user. Users can choose to email the content directly to themselves using the email function. Annotation is always available for notes, etc., meaning that both media and PDF applications are used very effectively for corporate collaboration, such as meetings and brainstorming sessions. PowerPoint and keynote presentations can also be saved as PDF files and displayed within the PDF application viewer, offering an interactive presentation tool. This is my today's presentation slides within the PDF viewer, which I can interact with or, if I wish, annotate on. The Snowflake browser, which is a purpose-built web browser within Snowflake, allowing customers and partners to direct users to specific content and maintaining full control over user navigation. In this case, AOPEN being set as a web page, or a home page, I mean. As I'm limited to 20 minutes, I will push ahead to give a quick overview of the configurator. The customization that I will show today is limited only to the configuration tools. There is no code, no SDK, no XML involved in what I will show you in today's session. So I will close Snowflake. And now open the configurator. Here we go. So here we have the Snowflake configuration tool. Once launched, you will see 8 tabs listed at the top of the window: apps, menu, corner menu, etc. From the configurator, you control the vast majority of settings in order to customize the look and feel of Snowflake. There is quite a lot within the configurator, so I will not have time to go into too much detail here. Looking at the App tab, you will see a list of all of the applications listed in the left window, which I will try to indicate using the mouse. So if we pick the Media application, you will see the middle window opens a view of the Media app. This is a live window. That is to say, you can interact with content here as you would have with launched Snowflake. Excuse me. To the right, you will be presented with a list of configurable options, such as background changes, sizes, fonts, colors, etc. Here you can begin to configure and customize the entire look of the application by simply clicking on the options you wish to change. Moving to the Menu tab, here you have options relating to how the main menu is presented. We offer default selections and a custom selection option. The default menu is what we call the carbon menu. You can also choose one of the following, for example, a Windows 8 style menu, as was shown at the initial launch of Snowflake. It's a style that people are very much familiar with. Moving on to the Menu tab, or should I say the Corner Menu tab. This allows users to add functions accessible through the Snowflake corner menu located here. For example, to add shortcuts allowing menu layout changes without having to access this configurator while you are running Snowflake. The next tab is the Background and Screensaver tab that allows the user to change backgrounds in the main menu to, for example, logos or even corporate video. You can also play a product video or an advertisement reel set as a screensaver when the screen has been inactive for a period of time. As I'm limited for time, I will skip the miscellaneous and mail proxy settings and just mention that Snowflake offers full language support out of the box and also allows changes to be made to preset words within applications if needed. The final tab is the Widget tab. This allows you access to a current list of 13 widgets on offer to the main menu screen. They are clicked in the left window and enabled in the right window. Once enabled, you can then move and position the widgets exactly where you wish to place them. This follows on from the Menu tab, which also allows a custom view, allowing you to place icons exactly where you wish, removing applications that are not necessary for the solution. So full flexibility, full customizability. So that is a brief overview of the configurator. I am going to open a custom solution that I have created. Again, apologies if you are experiencing some lag on the live webinar stream of this. I'm currently working off a frame rate of 250 and 223, and I'm sure you're probably working off 1 or 2. This What I will show you now is a sample that I've put together for the purpose of this webinar. I've taken a brand and made changes in the configurator to get a look and feel with selected applications to represent a simple custom achievement in Snowflake. These changes took approximately 45 minutes to do, including downloading content I pulled from the internet. The brand is Eddie Merckx Racing Bikes, going back to what I mentioned at the beginning, a brand very close to my heart. I spent a lot of money with these guys over the years. And in this solution, I've added a product video as the main background. I have added some widgets. I have a product image slide in the top right, which I can interact with, showing the latest models, logos. In the bottom left, I have a video in video showing the manufacturing process in this particular case. So all content looping in relation to the brand. I have changed the corner menu, incorporating a cyclist logo. I have changed the application icons reflecting the brand. As you will see, Eddie Merckx Media, Eddie Tube. We have you versus Eddie at the top. And I have freeformed these icons within the live window I showed you in the configurator, best suited to the video playing as the background. Looking closer at the applications, web browser is now set to the corporate page for Eddie Merckx. If I press the right application, of course. And as you will see when the page loads, I have removed the search bar. So there is no way to access or to navigate away from the current web page being displayed. I've also loaded an application called Hotspot, and I've added an interactive map. Content can then be added relevant to the solution, including additional links and logos. Eddie Merckx 2015 catalog is now added to the PDF application with a themed background. I will load the catalog. So as a user, you have the ability to interact with the catalog, full screen mode, interactive. The media application now holds branded content. You can add additional folders here as well. In this case, I've added Nuitech folder with some Nuitech content, but here's the Eddie Merckx content. In this case, again, videos can be played, images can be interacted with, positioning is available. I've also added the slider application. I've simply renamed this Bike Images. Again, a very simple tool to allow catalog browsing, video content, image content for browsing, for example, in store. The YouTube application allows me to present video content related to the brand, to allow users browse content on YouTube associated with the particular brand, in this case Eddie Merckx. And what interactive solution would be complete without a branded game? In this case, I've taken the 70s classic game Pong and labeled it with the icon, the Eddie Merckx logo, renamed it You versus Eddie, and we have added in the 70s logo for Eddie Merckx, just keeping in with the theme. So that has been a short example of what can be achieved directly out of the box and with no coding required and very little time spent creating a branded solution. I hope this short demonstration has given a view of the potential of the software to create powerful solutions when combined with the quality hardware of the e-tile. The ability to create a branded solution that will engage and excite users, as well as create strong brand connection, is simple to achieve. So, thank you for your time today and participation. You are free to trial Snowflake yourself. Simply contact AOPEN at the digital signage email, and we will be delighted to organize a download of the software for you. My own email is on the screen there as well. If you have any specific questions, you are free to, of course, email me directly. And we invite you to look at some case studies and some additional information at nuitech.com. Thank you again, and let me wish you all a very pleasant evening.
Oh. Well, thank you, Brian, for your presentation and demonstration, of course. Now that both Vincent and Brian have done their presentation, there is time for questions. I see so far there are no questions. So let's have a look. Well, in the meantime, I want to mention, of course, you can always contact digital signage at aopen.com. You can also, if you want to have more information about the products, you can email us or look at our website. We also have our, for partners, we also have our partner portal where you can also request a sample. We also have a nice promotion for the e-tile 22M. So you can check it out on aopenpartnerprogram.eu. Let's see. Well, there are no questions at the moment, so then I would like to thank Vincent and Brian. If you have some questions later on, please don't hesitate to contact us. And for now, I want to wish you a pleasant evening and afternoon. Thank you for your time.